Everyone, welcome to my channel Aptitude Club. Hope all of you are doing well. So I'm starting a new series, Factor Theory. Now I said that from the numbers section of quantitative aptitude, people find it very difficult to capitalize on this area. So like my plan is to break it into few areas like subsections and then cover it up individually. So previously I have done the remainders series from the number section. So completely all and everything that you need to know about remainders has been covered in that. So you can watch it from end to end and you will understand how the remainders, like the principle of remainders, it works, what kind of questions you can get, and how to think when you see a question on remainders. So one section at a time, if we keep at like that, we approach it in that way. So we'll find to cover the section, it becomes more convenient. So the second most important area now is like factor theory. Now this is one area which is very fundamental, and we need to understand this very deeply, and that is what will be the purpose of this series. Anything and everything related to factor theory from the numbers area, I'll try and cover it in a very systematic, basic and detailed manner. So hope all of you will get some insights, and definitely after watching these videos, factor theory will become easier for you. Now, if you are new to my channel and you are watching this video for the first time, I welcome you all to the Aptitude Club platform, and hope all of you will enjoy the videos that are there in the platform. If you like the content and you find this useful in your CAT preparation journey, do subscribe to my channel and like the video, share it with your friends also who are preparing for CAT 2023, maybe 2024, and let's get started with today's session. So the first thing, what are factors and what are multiples? Just to understand that, let us take a number 12, a simple number 12. Let me take. Okay. Now, for this number 12, if I have to write the factors, what are the factors of this number 12? तो मैं factors ऐसे लिख सकता हूँ 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So what do you mean by factors in that case? A number is always divisible by its factors. Okay. Number is divisible by its factors. That is the meaning of factor. Number is divisible by its factors. And if I have to write the multiples of 12, what are the multiples of 12? 12 itself is a multiple of 12, and then 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, and so on. Maybe 360, and so on till infinity. There is no end to multiples. Okay? What are multiples? Multiples are divisible by the number. Multiples are divisible by the number. So very simple logic. A number is divisible by its factors and multiples are divisible by the number. Now I can observe one small thing here, that 1 is a factor of every number. You pick any number, 1 will be definitely its factor. And 1, I can call it as the smallest possible factor of any number. And the number itself is the largest factor. Number itself will become the largest factor. 1 is the smallest factor of any number, and the number itself is its largest factor. So that gives us a very important conclusion. What is that conclusion? That all my factors are greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to the number. N, let us say, is my number. All the factors are less than equal to 1 and greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to the number. Okay. So क्योंकि 1 is the smallest factor, so you start with 1 and you go till n. So I can say from this that the number of factors of any number is always finite. No matter how big the number is, total number of factors of any number I can actually count, because 1 से लेके वो number तक limited है, वो range, so I can actually count the total number of factors. but number of multiples is infinite. This is infinite. You cannot count the number of multiples until you have been provided a range. You cannot calculate the total number of multiples, but total number of factors is finite. Okay, and I can also write factors of any number are less than equal to the number, and the number is less than equal to its multiple. So I can also conclude multiples are divisible by the factors. Multiples are also divisible by the factors. जो लोग इसे देख रहे होंगे, my suggestion would be maintain a separate note and try and when we are watching the video, try and write the notes also side by side. तो तुम्हें भी involve लगे पढ़ने में. Don't just watch the video, keep writing. So you get involved and you will understand things properly, and later on you will have something to revise. ठीक है? तो ये तो definition हो गया what are factors, what are multiples. Then the next thing, which is a very important thing to understand, is how do I get the factors. Multiples पे ज़्यादा हम focus नहीं करेंगे. Our focus will be predominantly on factors. ये जो factors है वो आ कैसे रहा है? How do you get those factors? So for an example, let us take the number n is equal to 12, and we'll try and see इसका factors आ कैसे रहा है. The first step is I learn prime factorization. Prime factorization. What do you mean by prime factorization? Prime factorization means expressing a number as a product of its prime factors. Expressing a number as a product of its prime factors. For an example, ये जो number है तुम्हारे पास 12, I'll write it in this way: 2 6, then 2 3, then 3 1. So 12 can be written as 2 square into 3 to the power 1. This is called as the prime factorization, because I express the number 12 as product of its prime factors, 2 ka power and 3 ka power. I could have also written as 12 as 4 into 3, or maybe 2 into 6, or let us say 1 into 12. This is only factorization, not prime factorization. Okay, this is only prime factorization, like only factorization, expressing a number as product of factors. But when I'm specifically talking about prime factorization, you express a number as product of its prime factors. So once you have done that, let us try and focus on this part now. 12 is 2 square into 3 to the power 1. That means 12 में 2 square, दो 2's. There are two 2's present in 12. So the factors of 12 either will have no 2's, 2 to the power 0, or they can have 1 2, or maximum they can have 2 2's. 2 to the power 3 तो किसी फैक्टर में नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि 12 में ही अगर मैक्सिमम 2 to the power 2 है, तो the maximum that any factor can have is 2 to the power 2. Similarly, if you look at the powers of 3, either the factors will not have a 3, or maximum they can have 3 to the power 1. So these are the possible prime factor forms. 2 square है, तो the possible forms of 2 square are 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1 and 2 to the power 2. So I got 3 possible forms. Similarly, 3 to the power 1, so I got 2 possible forms, 3 to the power 0 and 3 to the power 1. Now any combination of these forms will start giving me the factors. 2 to the power 0 into 3 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 0, 2 to the power 0 into 3 to the power 1, 2 square into 3 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1, 2 square into 3 to the power 1. I'll start combining the factors. So look at what the results are. 2 to the power 0 into 3 to the power 0, you get 1. 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 0, you get 2. 2 to the power 0 into 3 to the power 1, you get 3. 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 0, you get 4. And then 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1, you get 6. And 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 1, you get the final factor. This is how factors are obtained. हम नंबर दिखा, हमें factors हमने लिख लिया, but this is the principle that works behind obtaining the factors in any number. ये जो 12 है, this is how its factors are obtained, and we can do this for any other number. You can pick any small number as an example and check पहले उसका फैक्टर सारा लिखो, 1 से लेके वो नंबर तक क्या क्या नंबर से वो डिविजिबल है, एंड देन प्राइम फैक्टराइज एंड ट्राई एंड सी आर यू एबल टू ऑब्टेन दोस फैक्टर्स बाय कंबाइनिंग द प्राइम फॉर्म. Okay, very simple. Now once I have got this, I can say okay, total number of factors of 12 is 6. 12 has 6 factors. One, so I could write all these 6 factors, I could count all these 6 factors, and the second thing is I could obtain all those 6 factors. First, when I took this number on this slide, I just wrote the factors because it's a small number, we can figure out what the factors are. But then by principle, we could count like this. So total number of factors of this number 12 is 6. But think about this, 12 was still a small number. If I give you a big number and I'll ask you to calculate the total number of factors, we can't obviously start writing one by one and then count ki itne factors hain. We need to devise a principle. So to understand that principle, there's a formula, but try to understand uska background kya hai. So ye jo 6 aaya, I could have written it in this way. What was the logic of getting factors? That I'll combine the prime powers. यहाँ पे जो 2 के powers है और 3 के powers है, you'll combine the prime powers. So the logic was the number of different combinations I can have, that many different factors basically I'm getting. So here I can see there are 3 possible forms of 2 and 2 possible forms of 3. So 3 into 2 I will get 6 combinations. So number of different combinations will give me the number of different factors. Again, to go back one step, I got 3 combinations of 2. Why did I get 3 combinations of 2? Because power was 2 to the power 2. So 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. 3 आया. मान लो power 2 to the power 4 होता, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 combinations, like 5 forms you could have got. So depending on the power, you will get the different forms, and then forms ka combination is going to give you the total number of factors. So based on that logic, we'll come to the first formula that given any number in general, कोई भी number in general दिया, ये तो 12 था, I'll take any number in general a n. The first step is to prime factorize it in this way: a to the power p, b to the power q, c to the power r, and so on, where a, b, and c are prime factors of n. That means given any number, first step is to prime factorize. So this is the prime factorization. Once you have prime factorized, then let us look at this a to the power p. If it is a to the power p, what are the different forms of this? A to the power 0, a to the power 1, a to the power 2, and I'll get till a to the power p. Similarly, if I look at b to the power q, I will have b to the power 0, b to the power 1, b square till b to the power q. Exactly like the previous process, now we don't have the numbers, but variables में लिख रहा हूँ. So c to the power 0, c to the power 1, c to the power 2 till c to the power r. Just like 2 to the power 2 था तो 2 to the power 0 से लेके 2 लिखा था, 3 to the power 1 था तो 0 से लेके 1 लिखा था, and so on. So how many forms here? I got p plus 1 forms in this case. In this case I got q plus 1 form, and here I got r plus 1. So combination means you just multiply. So this gives you the formula that given any number, so total number of factors of any number n, you can calculate by getting the number of combinations. So p plus 1 into q plus 1 into r plus 1 and so on. And so on जब बोल रहा हूँ कि r के बाद यहाँ पे अगर c to the power r के बाद और एक प्राइम फैक्टर है d to the power s suppose, तो 1 plus s and it's a very simple formula to calculate total number of factors of any. And I hope all of you understood the background. How is this formula derived? p plus 1 में वो plus 1 क्यों हो रहा है? Because तुम number का 0th power भी consider कर रहे हो. Similarly, b to the power 0, c to the power 0 and so on. एक example ले लेते हैं. Suppose I'll take this number n is equal to 54, let us say. If you prime factorize 54, it is 227 and then 39 and 33. So I get 54 is basically 2 to the power 1 into 3 cube. So I can say total number of factors of 54. ये जो पावर है उसमें प्लस 1 करके मल्टीप्लाई करना है. 1 plus 1 into 3 plus 1. So I get 2 into 4 I should get 8 factors 54k. So let me check, are there 8 factors of 54? So 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, then 18, then 27, then 54. Check all 8 factors. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm taking small numbers, but the principle applies to all the numbers. Given any number, the first step is to prime factorize. That is the first step all the time. And then just like apply the formula that जो भी power होगा prime factors का उसमें +1 add करके multiply कर. Formula is very simple to apply. This is the first formula. Okay, very simple to apply the first formula, but you need to understand ये formula derive कैसे हुआ है, because that will like help you enhance your clarity on this concept. So all of you understood this formula, I hope. Easy, very easy. This is all right. Next step is, how do I calculate sum of the factors? Sum of the factors के लिए थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड चाहिए हमें ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन का. आई नो ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन बहुत लोगों को इतना कंफर्टेबल नहीं होगे, बट जस्ट टू एक्सप्लेन यू द डेरिवेशन, तो ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन थोड़ा चाहिए. You can remember the formula, but I want all of you to understand the derivation of it. So what is a geometric progression? A number which is, it's like a sequence where the subsequent numbers appear at a constant ratio. Each subsequent number में देखो r multiply होता जा रहा है, into r into r into r. So this is called as a geometric progression. Now sum of a geometric progression of n terms is written like this: is a whole into r to the power n minus 1 by r minus 1. Okay, this is how you calculate the sum of the geometric progression. जहाँ पे ये a is your first term of the geometric progression, r is the common ratio, and n basically is the number of terms in the progression. Now why am I saying this? Let us take that example of 12. ठीक है, वो n equal to 12 वापस से लेते हैं. इसके क्या फैक्टर्स थे? फैक्टर्स were 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. If I calculate sum of all the factors, just simply add. छोटा नंबर है तो डायरेक्टली ऐड कर सकते हैं. If I add 3, 3, 6, 4, 10, 16, I get 28. So this is one way of getting the sum of factors, that you calculate all the factors and then add them individually. But this is not possible, of course, if you have a bigger number. So how do you calculate in case of a bigger number? So there is another way of looking at it. Again, prime factorize करके if you write the forms, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 square, and 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 1. What I can do is I can add these forms, 2 to the power 0 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 square, and multiply it with the sum of these forms, 3 to the power 0 into plus 3 to the power 1. ऐसे क्यों करेंगे? We are not doing anything new. Basically, if you open up these two brackets, you will start getting all these factors. जैसे 2 to the power 0 into 3 to the power 0 आ गया 1, 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 0 आ गया 2, 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 0 4 आ गया. Similarly, 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1 and 2 square into 3 to the power 1. You will get all the factors individually. So that is another way of doing the sum. So if I add these values, so I get 1 plus 2 plus 4 into 1 plus 3. So you get, this is 7 into this thing is 4, you get 28. So sum of factors ऐसे भी calculate कर सकते हैं. एक तो हुआ, you calculate like individually get all the factors then add them, or I can add the powers, जो different forms of the prime number है, different prime powers, उसको individually add करके then I can multiply. So if that is the case, if we generalize this formula now, I hope all of you got the logic. Two ways: either directly add, which is not possible in case of bigger numbers. The second method is that जो प्राइम नंबर है उसका डिफरेंट पावर्स यू राइट एंड देन ऐड ऑल दोज फॉर्म्स, देन मल्टीप्लाई. If this principle I apply to any general number, so if I have n, it is a to the power p into b to the power q into c to the power r and so on. तो a का इतने फॉर्म्स होंगे, a to the power 0, a to the power 1, a to the power 2 till a to the power p. Same goes with b, b to the power 0, b to the power 1, b square till b to the power q. Same goes with c, c to the power 0, c to the power 1, c to the power 2. Alright. Now if I individually look at these brackets, I'll have to add them. तो एक ब्रैकेट में एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. तो सिमिलरली विल वर्क ऑन अदर ब्रैकेट्स. Suppose I'll take one bracket, this a to the power 0 plus a to the power 1. I'll have to add these numbers, a square till a to the power p. So this is essentially a geometric progression now, because a is constantly getting multiplied. तो ये geometric progression का first term is a to the power 0, which is 1. Number of terms is like p plus 1 and common ratio is a. So I can write the sum. यहाँ पे sum का formula क्या था? First term, in this case it is 1 whole into common ratio, which is a to the power number of terms. यहाँ पे number of terms is p plus 1 minus 1 by a minus 1, which simply becomes this a to the power p plus 1 minus 1 by a minus 1. So we'll apply this in this case. यहाँ पे sum इसका क्या आ गया? That this is a to the power p plus 1 minus 1 by a minus 1. Here the sum will be b to the power q plus 1 minus 1 by b minus 1. Here the sum is c to the power r plus 1 minus 1 by c minus 1. And what do you do with these like forms? You multiply unka sum individually. Hence this will give you the direct formula for sum of factors of any number. So first prime factorize the number in this way and then just put this formula, a to the power p plus 1 minus 1 by a minus 1 into b to the power q plus 1 minus 1 by b minus 1 into c to the power r plus 1 minus 1 by c minus 1 and so on. This gives you the formula for sum of factors of any number. Again, you can remember the formula, but I don't want anyone to mug up the formula. Try and understand the background of it, how the formula is derived. Derivation exam में नहीं आएगा, but of course derivation will help you think on how to approach a question. Okay, you will go deeper into the concept, and given anything around this, you will be able to think, and guaranteed you will be able to solve. So you just have to take interest, involve yourself and understand how it works. Maths is beautiful that way if you understand. So given any number, now the principle is simple. Prime factorize and then apply this formula to get sum of factors and this formula to get total number of factors. Hope this makes sense. So let us take an example. वो जो 54 वाला एग्जाम्पल था वो लेते हैं. n is equal to 54. If you prime factorize, this was 2 into 3 cube. So I can write sum of factors of 54 is 2 to the power 1 plus 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 into 3 to the power 3 plus 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 1. So this is 2 square. So 4 minus 1 by 1 into 3 to the power 4, which is 81, minus 1 by 2. So I get 3 into 40. So I should get 120. तो 54 के सारे फैक्टर्स का सम 120 आना चाहिए. लेट्स चेक व्हाट आर इट्स फैक्टर्स. 1 2 3 6 9 18 27 एंड 54. टू कैलकुलेट द सम, यहाँ पे कितना सम आता है? लेट अस कैलकुलेट. 54 and 27, 81, 99, 108, 114 plus 6, 20 आता है. Perfect. Very easy. You can take examples on your own. Simple examples. Don't worry too much. Take simple examples. Prime factorize. Calculate the total number of factors and sum of factors. Very simple. After sum of factors, there is another principle of calculating product of factors. Again वापस से मैं वही number 12 पे आता हूँ. 12 का if I write down all the factors, you see factors exhibit a very beautiful property. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. यहाँ पे देखो there is a very interesting property. If I have arranged the factors in ascending order or let's say descending order and I try and multiply all the factors, product of factors कितना है? So 1 into 12 is 12, 2 into 6 is 12 and 3 into 4 is 12. So 1 into 12 is equal to 2 into 6 is equal to 3 into 4. So multiplying all the factors is basically multiplying 12 3 times. समझ रहे हो? सारे factors को multiply करना basically is same as multiplying 12 3 times. So I can write product of factors of 12, 12 cube. Try and understand ये cube क्यों आया? 3 बार ही क्यों आया 12? Because 6 factor थे, 2 लेके आ गए. Because I had 6 factors, I got 3. अगर 8 factors होते तो आता 4. अगर 10 factors होते तो आता 5. So from that I can devise the formula that given any number, product of factors of any number n is basically the number to the power total number of factors by number to the power total number of factors by. So 3 formulas. This is the third formula. Product of factors. This is the second formula. Sum of factors. And this is the first formula. Total number of factors. 3 things. So given any number, you just need to prime factorize and calculate this. Let me take an example. एक बड़ा number लेते हैं and तीनों चीजें उसके calculate करते हैं. Suppose I'll take n is equal to 120. So let us try and factorize 120. So 260, 230, 215 and 35. So 120 becomes 2 cube into 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 1. So first thing, total number of factors. Total number of factors is like 1 plus 3 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1. So 4 into 2 into 2, I'll have 16 factors. If I want to write down also, I can write 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to write every time, just for understanding. 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 24, 30, 40, 60 and 120. These are the 12 factors. And the second thing is sum of factors if I have to calculate. So it is 2 to the power 3 plus 1 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 into 3 to the power 1 plus 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 to 5 to the power 1 plus 1 minus 1 by 5 minus 1. Now 2 to the power 3 plus 1 is 2 to the power 4, 16 minus 1, 15 by 1 is 15. 3 to the power 1 plus 1 is 9 minus 1, 8 by 2, 4. And this is 5 to the power 2, 25 minus 1, 24 by 4, 6. So I get 360. So if I add all these factors, मुझे 360 मिलेगा as sum of factors. Total number of factors, sum of factors हो गया. Then the third thing is product of factors. Product of factors again simple. Number to the power total number of factors by 2. So it is like 120 to the power 8. We don't need to calculate इसका value कितना आएगा. We can simply write it as 120 to the power 8. And again if you look at this, 1 into 120, first number into the last number. 2 into 60, then 3 into 40, 4 into 30 and so on. 5 into 24, 6 into 20, 8 into 15, 10 into 12. 1 into 20, 2 into 60, 3 into 40, 4 into 30, 5 into 24, 6 into 20, 8 into 15 and 10 into 8 times I am getting 120, that is why 120 to the power. Very simple logic. So three formulas. Given any number, I hope all of you can now calculate product of factors, sum of factors, total number of factors. Very simple. तीन फॉर्मूला भी हमने डिस्कस किया, उसका डेरिवेशन भी डिस्कस किया, एग्जांपल्स भी डिस्कस किया. आई होप इट विल नाउ बी इजियर फॉर यू गिवन एनी नंबर. जस्ट प्राइम फैक्टराइज एंड फॉलो द फॉर्मूला. फॉर्मूला तो पता है, डायरेक्टली जस्ट पुट द फॉर्मूला, बट आई होप ऑल ऑफ यू आल्सो अंडरस्टूड द बैकग्राउंड. नाउ लेट अस सी अ फ्यू सिंपल एग्जांपल्स. जैसे ये एक नंबर दिया है, तो कैलकुलेट द फॉलोइंग फॉर एन. टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स, ये तो डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला हो जाएगा, 1 + 7, 1 + 8 and 1 + 6. So 1 + 7 is 8, 1 + 8 is 9, and this is 7. So 9 into 7, 63 into 8, 504 आएगा. Total number of factors 504. What is the total number of prime factors? इसमें कितने prime factors है? तीन ही है, because this is in the prime factorization form. तो जो भी factors तुम्हें यहाँ पे visible है वही तुम्हारे prime factors है. बाकी के rest of the factors are powers of prime factors. So I have only three prime factors: 2, 3 and 5. How many composite factors? What do you mean by composite numbers? The numbers which are more than two factors. बहुत लोग ऐसे सोचते हैं numbers which are not prime are composite. That is true except one. One एक ऐसा number है that is neither prime nor composite. Always keep this in mind. This number one is neither prime nor composite. This is neither prime nor composite. So if total there are 504 factors, so from 504 factors, three factors are prime, वो exclude हो गए, and I'll have to exclude one also because that is not composite also. So there are 500 composite factors. Then comes total number of odd factors. अब formula तो पता है, but अभी देखो कैसे apply हो रहा है. Odd factors. Now when is a number odd? Odd means I cannot have a 2 anyway. 2 अगर एक भी आ जाता है, that will make the factors even. So if I want to create odd factors, so I'll only make odd factors taking odd prime numbers. तो 3 to the power 8 and 5 to the power 6 को combine करके मैं odd factors. You cannot take any other thing. 3 to the power 8 में यहाँ पे आ जाएगा 1 + 9 to 1 + 6. Sorry, 1 + 8 into 1 + 9 into 7. I'll have 63 odd factors. Okay. If you want that the factors have to be odd, तो मुझे 2 अलग रखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि एक भी 2 आ जाता है तो उसको even बना दे. So only taking odd primes you can combine them and make odd factors. 2 तो आ ही नहीं सकता, no chance. तो exclude all 2s, rest all the prime powers, उसको combine करो जैसे वो formula है. तो ये formula में just this part, ये part आ जाएगा तो फिर even हो जाएगा. So 63 odd. So how many even? So 504 minus 63. If we have 63 odd factors, the rest are even factors. So 441 even factors आने चाहिए. So total number of factors minus odd किया तो even आ गया. So this is how it is solved. Quite easy, I hope. इसमें कुछ complications नहीं होने चाहिए. Now this fifth term, let me tell you it in another way, that हम directly even factors निकाल सकते हैं. What you do is when you have this number क्या था, 2 to the power 7 into 3 to the power 8 to 5 to the power 6. If you want the factors should be even नंबर के लिए एक guaranteed 2 रहना चाहिए. उससे ज्यादा 2 रह रहा है, no problem, but we should have at least 1 2. So what you do is you take out a 2 and then whatever is left, 2 to the power 6, 3 to the power 8 and 5 to the power 6. Create factors using these numbers, whatever is left. Okay. So 1 + 6 into 1 + 8 to 1 + 6. Basically I have 7 into 9 into 7. 49 into 9. 9 9 is 81, carry 8. I get 441. तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ इवन फैक्टर्स ऐसे भी निकाल सकते हो. तो बेसिकली लॉजिक इज मैं even factors को मैं also I can call it as total number of factors that are multiples of 2. जो भी even numbers है they are multiples of 2. So if you want your factors to be multiple of something, so what you do is you take out that much, जो remaining है उसको लेके factors बनाओ. So what will happen is 2 will be multiplied to all the factors that you create here, and if at least a 2 is getting multiplied, I can assure that all the factors will be even. क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो नंबर मैंने बनाया इसमें चाहे ऑड फैक्टर है इवन फैक्टर है डजेंट मैटर, एंड में तो 2 मल्टीप्लाई होगा वो सब फैक्टर्स में, एंड आई कैन अश्योर दैट एवरी फैक्टर इज गोइंग टू बी इवन. पहले इवन था तो भी इवन रहेगा, पहले ऑड था तो भी इवन अभी हो जाएगा. तो जिसका भी तुम्हें मल्टीपल बनाना है जस्ट टेक इट आउट, वॉट एवर इज लेफ्ट उसको लेके फैक्टर्स बना. दैट इज द लॉजिक. So in that way you can directly get the total number of even factors. So if you extend that to this question, मतलब ये n same रहा. Now look at this. How many factors are multiples of 6? So if you want your factors to be multiples of 6, 6 is a 2 and a 3. तो मैं अगर पेरेंट नंबर से एक 2 एक 3 निकाल लिया तो आई एम लेफ्ट विथ 2 to the power 6 into 3 to the power 7 into 5 to the power 6. So total number of factors will be 1 plus 6 to 1 plus 7 to 1 plus 6. So 7 into 8 into 6. So 56 into 7. So I get 392. So there are 392 factors that will be multiples of. उसी लॉजिक में मल्टीपल ऑफ 12 भी जा सकते हैं. 12 is basically 2 square into 3 to the power 1. उतना अगर यहाँ से तुम निकाल लेते हो तो 2 to the power 7 से you are left with 2 to the power 5, then 3 to the power 7 and then 5 to the power 6. So you can do 1 plus 5 into 1 plus 7 to 1 plus 6. So 6 into 8, 48 to 7. 47 280 plus 56 330. गेटिंग द लॉजिक वेरी सिंपल. जिसका भी तुम्हें चाहिए ये मल्टीपल हो तो उसको तुम्हें क्या करना है, दैट यू विल टेक इट आउट एंड वॉट एवर इज लेफ्ट उसको लेके तुम्हें फैक्टर्स बना. सी एंड डी विल सॉल्व इट आफ्टर सॉल्विंग ई में आते हैं. टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स हुज लास्ट 2 डिजिट्स आर 0. कैन आई से द नंबर्स हुज लास्ट 2 डिजिट्स आर 0 आर बेसिकली मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 100, एंड 100 इज लाइक 2 स्क्वायर इंटू 5 स्क्वायर. इसको टेक आउट करो. वी आर लेफ्ट विथ 2 to the power 5 to 3 to the power 8 to 5 to the power 4. So how many factors? 1 plus 5 to 1 plus 8 to 1 plus 4. 6 into 9 into 5. I get 270. Simple. Last two digits 0 means multiple of 100. अब 100 मतलब 2 square into 5 square. उतना निकाल लो, जो रह गया again make it like create factors using that. Very simple principle. Multiple of anything if you want to make, take out that anything, whatever is left उसको लेके factor. तो ये एक टाइप का एक्सटेंडेड एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दैट टोटल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स का फॉर्मूला होगा. देन कम्स टू then come to these two things. How many factors are perfect squares and perfect cubes? तो इसको यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ. I have the number 2 to the power 7 into 3 to the power 8 into 5 to the power 6. Now, if I want my factors to be perfect squares, this implies the powers of prime factors should be multiples of 2. क्योंकि परफेक्ट स्क्वायर का कंडीशन वही है. इफ यू वांट अ नंबर टू बी अ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर तो प्राइम फैक्टर का पावर मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 होना चाहिए. तो यहाँ पे मैं डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला तो यूज नहीं कर सकता, बट फैक्टर क्रिएशन का जो प्रिंसिपल है आई कैन अप्लाई. दैट हाउ डू आई क्रिएट फैक्टर्स. मैं ये 2 का फॉर्म्स लिख रहा होता, so I'll write 2 to the power 0, but I will not take 2 to the power 1 because if I create a factor using 2 to the power 1 तो यहाँ पे 2 का पावर ऑड हो गया, so I cannot get a perfect square. So I'll take 2 to the power 2. Then next I'll take 2 to the power 4. Then I'll take 2 to the power 6. Similarly, 3 if you are taking 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 2, 3 to the power 4, 3 to the power 6, 3 to the power 8. And if you are taking 5, It is 5 to the power 0, 5 to the power 2, 5 to the power 4 and 5 to the power 6. So you got 4 possible powers, and here I have 5 and here I have 4. So 4 into 4, 16 into 5, 80. Because if you combine these forms in any way you want, always the powers will be even number. तो परफेक्ट स्क्वायर के लिए क्या करना है, जो भी प्राइम नंबर का पावर है उसमें से इवन बस फिल्टर आउट करो एंड देन कंबाइन दैट. डू नॉट कंबाइन ऑल फॉर्म्स करेंगे तो 1 प्लस पी 1 प्लस क्यू वाला फॉर्मूला आएगा, बट हियर आई कैन नॉट, so that is why I'll take only even powers and उतना ही forms में combine करूँगा. So 4 into 5 into. So this is how we'll calculate the total number of factors that are perfect squares. तो ये आ गया मेरा 80. Same logic में total number of factors that are perfect cubes. Perfect cube का भी similar logic. So for perfect cube जो power है prime factors का, that should be a multiple of 3. जैसे स्क्वायर के लिए मल्टीपल ऑफ 2, फॉर परफेक्ट क्यूब द प्राइम पावर्स शुड बी मल्टीपल्स ऑफ 3. So that means 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 6. Similarly 3 to the power 0, 3 to the power 3 and 3 to the power 6, and 5 to the power 0, 5 to the power 3, 5 to the power 6. So I have 3 forms in each of the cases. So 3 into 3 into 3, I will have 27 factors that are perfect. एग्जैक्ट सेम लॉजिक, यहाँ पे जो लॉजिक है यहीं पे भी वही लॉजिक है, जस्ट इन केस ऑफ परफेक्ट स्क्वायर्स इट इज मल्टीपल ऑफ 2 द पावर्स, परफेक्ट क्यूब में मल्टीपल्स ऑफ, so this will be 27. This is how that formula is applied. देखो formula तो हमें पता लग जाएगा. If you only remember the formula, it's not always possible to solve question. If you understand the background of the formula, how are factors derived, how is this formula derived, no question will ever stop you because you have absolute clarity on the concept. All right. So that is it for this session. This was factor theory part 1. Hope all of you enjoyed the session, understood what like factors are, how are they obtained, product of factors, sum of factors, total number of factors. So I take up this total factor theory in small parts so that it becomes easier for you to understand and you can really like get to know and solve questions from this area and will not find it difficult. So just focus on one session at a time and cover this up because you will be starting early. तो अभी जो लोग ये सब वीडियो देखोगे तो प्लीज ट्राई एंड कवर इट अप सिस्टमैटिकली so that later on you don't have to worry about the number system area. And just go by this video one by one, keep writing notes, keep solving, pause the video, solve yourself, and still if you get any doubts do reach out to me on the comment section, and if you have any recommendations for any kind of videos you want me to take, feel free to reach out and let me know how you like the video. So once again, if you enjoyed this video and it helped you in your preparation, do subscribe to my Aptitude Club channel and like this video, share it with your friends, and we'll meet again soon in yet another video of factor theory. Till then, keep solving, keep practicing. Have a nice day all of you. Bye bye.